Let it go!
Welcome to the world of Mime Over Matter. If you are a Ninja Turtles fan and you live in the United States, you are probably familiar with Joytoy's Ninja Turtles. However, you can't get them in the United States. You got to order them from afar and overseas. And this one was a gift from someone who's very much like a brother to me. It was from my brother, and I am forever grateful. This is such an amazing figure. Love Donatello, love Ninja Turtles, and this is just a very unique addition to my Ninja Turtles collection, and he looks amazing. The articulation looks so cool. The back of the box shows us what we're in store for, and I'd say let's set the silicone packet aside and unbox him and just start with the goodies. All right, first up, we've got Donatello's bow, good for all his weaponing needs, as well as reaching the jars on the top shelf. He can knock them down. So we'll put that on him in a second. We just got to get the hands right for him, because out of the box, he's got fists, and you can't hold a staff with a fist, as the old saying goes. So let's just put out the assortment of swappable hands and see which one we got. So we've got the high five hand. He looks like he's reaching for something. Those are going to be pretty cool, but not for the application we're using right now, which is to hold his weapon. So here we've got a little grip, which is probably good for the staff, and then we've got some wider grips. So he comes with some other accessories, so you can kind of swap them out the need. But as I mentioned before, the staff is proper for a tiny grip, so that's what we're going to do. So it looks like it just pulls off at the wrist. It's got the peg attached to the forearm. Most of the figures we're used to seeing, like Marvel Legends and NECA, they've got the peg on the hand. This is swapped a little bit, so a little bit of a unique design there. And we just twisted it right on. Now we are ready to hold the weapon. I'm going to slide it in from the top. You should also be able to push it in from the front, which one of his other accessories we're going to have to do that with. So look at that. That looks amazing. Always love a good weaponed Donatello. And as I mentioned before, his other accessory that we'll have to push it from the top is kind of his spinning effect. So what we're going to do is we are going to put that on him. And as soon as I saw this, I'm like, I kind of want to make a stop motion of this where he's spinning it. So stay tuned to the end. I'm going to give that stop motion a try. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to do it. It seems like a pretty amazing effect. So I should be able to get that one looking pretty fun. And let's put his regular weapon back in for the remainder of this video. And he just looks amazing, and he's tiny too, which is I really like about that. He's like about the size of a GI Joe. I've got some other figures I'll compare him to later, so you get an idea of the scale of them. And there's the belt. We do got his shell phone. I'm just trying to see if there's a spot where we can put it, because right now I'm not gonna put it into his hands, seeing if he's got a spot on his belt. It does not look like it. There's a little spot on his bag, but I think that is for his wrench. So there it is. We can put it in his hand, but it's got a proper spot on his bag. So we're just going to slide that right in. Donatello doesn't like going anywhere without a wrench, in case he's got to do some wrenching, or he hits someone in the midsection, a gut-wrenching blow. And he comes with a not too appetizing looking pizza. It looks like it got some grips on the bottom of it. But what we'll do is we'll just slide it into the hand. So this is what it would look like holding it. I've seen some action figure pizza that looks very appetizing. This one looks a little bit gray. I think it might be a little bit old, but Donatello doesn't mind. Oh, and then he's got a skateboard with a peg on it, so he can use it as a stand, and he's going to be able to do some pretty cool tricks. I got some tech deck obstacles and ramps and stuff. I think I will also have some fun making some videos of those in the future. And it's got wheels that can move. He's a little bit heavy, so it does slow down a little bit, but in stop motion we'll be able to make it look pretty amazing. And he's got another stand, which is a quarter of a sewer, and you know what that means. It's got some clasps on the end that we're gonna have to get the other 4 turtles so that we can put the stand together. And then this is probably the coolest stand that was buried behind some of the other things. You couldn't even see it from the front of the packaging. It is the Ninja Turtles logo as a stand, sized perfectly. This is probably one of the best stands I think I've ever seen packed with an action figure. So he's definitely going to be on display with this one. All right, so just checking out some of the articulation right now. The shoulders are amazing. The elbows are amazing. The head is amazing. Just everything about this figure is just such high quality detail. The ab crunch is a little bit limited, but he's got a shell, so you're not going to expect too much. Yeah, the legs don't go too much. That's like the NECA articulation. The legs don't, and the hips don't go too wide. These knees are fantastic, though. They go all the way back. Oh, and the ankles are really, really smooth articulation. So we've got really amazing ankle articulation, kind of limited, kind of ab and hip articulation, but all in all, exactly what you would expect and want from a Ninja Turtle action figure. And there he is in all his glory. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some other figures that we can just show the size comparison, because I do like that he's so tiny. So let's grab ourselves a NECA movie Ninja Turtles Donatello. And this figure is just towering over him. This is the 6-inch figure compared to the like a 3 3/4 inch figure. So kind of what you would expect. Both have incredible detail, very similar articulation. And then here is the original Playmates size figure. This is a re-release, but still the original size. You can see that these guys are a little bit bigger and still all Donatello, still all amazing. And for comparison purposes, let's bring in a G.I. Joe. We've got Destro. This guy is about the same scale. So if you have G.I. Joe or 3 3/4 inch figures, the Joytoys Donatello Ninja Turtles figure is going to scale very well with those guys, so they could fight. So why not have a G.I. Joe Ninja Turtles fight and get yourself some Joytoy Ninja Turtles? Order them from afar, order them from a near, wherever you can get them. They are amazing. So many fun accessories. And now, stop motion time.
Yeah. Yep. Radical. Whoa.
No.
Yeah. Goodbye.